You're watching WKYT News at noon.
Good afternoon. The news continues at 12:30. Bill Bryan and Barbara Bailey here for WKYT.
Bank customers became the victims of fraud simply by visiting an ATM.
Police say someone placed a skimming device in an ATM in Winchester, allowing them to steal credit card numbers. The suspect has been caught on surveillance. WKYT's Hillary Thornton shows us who police are now looking for. And our top story at 12:30. Hillary.
The report came from here at the Community Trust Bank on the bypass in Winchester after investigators say a customer noticed money missing from their account. After receiving that report, detectives then took a look at surveillance video, seeing this man putting a skimmer and a small camera on the ATM machine, then coming back the next day to remove them, collecting customers' information. Winchester police say this is the second time in just months they've dealt with this. They are now hoping someone will recognize this man seen on surveillance tampering with the machine at Community Trust Bank. It is a bank close to the interstate, making it a quick stop in and out for the skimmer. Winchester police say if you notice anything suspicious with your account or if your card suddenly stops working, to contact your bank immediately. In Winchester, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Hillary, thank you. Winchester police say nearby departments are receiving the same type of reports. And police have arrested a man suspected of using counterfeit cash. Richmond police say Aaron Raleigh tried to use a $100 bill at the Ready Mart on 2nd Street. The bill was labeled for motion picture use only. He is charged with criminal possession of a forged instrument and drug possession. Similar bills have been passed in Georgetown and in Montgomery County, and police are trying to figure out how Raleigh got the bill. Well, there are some new details today in the case involving a Lexington Women's Clinic.
Governor Matt Bevin's administration is suing the EMW clinic on Burt Road, claiming it performed abortions without a license. WKYT's Mark Barber is at the live desk now to show us what some new documents reveal. Mark?
Good afternoon, Barbara. The hearing for that case against the clinic was supposed to start this morning, but it has been pushed back until tomorrow. This afternoon, we have obtained new documents that show that the facility faced similar allegations 10 years ago. In 2006, the EMW Women's Clinic off Nicholasville Road was accused of operating as an unlicensed abortion facility. While they were performing 800 abortions a year, the state's investigation determined they were actually classified as a private physician's office because they offered other medical services like pap smears and pelvic exams. According to documents obtained from the Cabinet of Health and Family Services, investigators also looked into allegations that the facility failed to protect patients from infection. State documents showed those claims were unsubstantiated because inspectors did not find evidence of contaminated equipment or linens. Now, 10 years later, the clinic is facing some of those same accusations in a lawsuit, this time from Governor Matt Bevin's administration. Last month, the cabinet said their inspectors found the facility was unsanitary and had expired medication. The main difference between this case and the one the clinic faced 10 years ago is the issue of licensing. This time, the state says the clinic no longer offers any services other than abortion. The governor says since the facility can no longer be classified as a private physician's office, they must have a license to perform abortions. The clinic has stopped their procedures while they wait to see how the judge rules tomorrow. The hearing will start at 9 tomorrow morning in the Circuit Courthouse. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you. And the Cabinet's inspection of the facility last month was the first inspection at the clinic since the allegations were brought against that facility in 2006.
Deputies found a large amount of synthetic marijuana because of a traffic stop. The Boyle County Sheriff's Office says they stopped James Paget on East Lexington Avenue in Danville for a license plate that was not illuminated. And then they found marijuana in the car before their investigation then led them to more marijuana at a home in Garrett County. Paget and 2 others in the car have been arrested. Police have made a second arrest in a case of stolen ashes. The Moorhead News reports that Benny Marler is charged with burglary, criminal mischief, and abuse of a corpse. Vernie Fraley was arrested last week on the same charges. State police say the men broke into a home in Rowan County near Cave Run Lake. Police say they stole tools, ammunition, and the ashes of the victim's wife.
Police are searching for a missing inmate. The Boyle County Detention Center says Aaron Ray Wells didn't return from work release. He was in jail on charges out of Kenton County. The search for a man missing in the Red River Gorge is over.
The man disappeared while walking in the woods in Wolfe County last night. WKYT's Mike Linden shows us now how he was found.
A Wolfe County man is safe at home after going hiking in the woods alone last night. Search and rescue leaders say the man is 46-year-old Michael Bennett of Wolfe County. They say he lives near the Land of Arches campground. Search and rescue leaders say Bennett's family describes him as an outdoorsy type of person. Search and rescue officials say Bennett was cutting through the woods as a shortcut to get to the Land of the Arches campground when he got lost. A search group went out to look for him after his cell phone went dead just after 9 p.m., and the search continued until just after 2:30 in the morning. Just as regional search and rescue crews were gearing up to look for him this morning, Bennett walked out of the woods. Search and rescue crews say Bennett is healthy and he's resting at home. In Wolfe County, Mike Linden, WKYT.
Mike, thank you. And search and rescue leaders say to always have an emergency contact prepared if you're going out hiking. Let somebody know. Well, this morning, House Republicans proposed a 2-year spending plan that restores some of Governor Matt Bevin's budget cuts. The governor wants to cut spending by $650 million to pay down the state's pension debt. The House Republican budget uses revenues to restore cuts to education, coal severance, fire departments, local jails, veteran services, and some other things.
That every member of the House Republican caucus in some way or another had some input on this budget, whether it's coal severance, whether it's primary and secondary education, whether it's post-secondary, on and on and on. Every member of this caucus had some involvement in it, and these issues were discussed in these meetings.
The House Democrats will be releasing their budget plan later this afternoon.
You can now visit Lexington's newest library. The new East Side location opened at 10 o'clock this morning. It's located at the corner of Man-O-War and Palumbo Drive. The Lexington Public Library is celebrating the grand opening with music, story time, and crafts. The new library is larger with more materials and spaces for the public.
One thing that's new about this location is the maker space, which is a place where you can be creative, learn together, build things, make things, be messy if you want to.
Now, this new library replaces the location on Eagle Creek Drive.
All right, just how strong is the genetic link to high cholesterol? And when all is said and done, what is the best way to quit smoking?
The answers coming up in Better Living on WKYT.
It's all about the temperatures for today. We're going to be finishing in the 70s. Then we head downhill from here on out. All the way through your weekend, dropping those temperatures by half. I'll show you that coming up in just a few minutes.
The biggest show on earth is revealing everything.
In my defense, every time I call my wife, I take my pants off.
Today, we celebrate the 300th episode of NCIS with Sean Murray, Emily Wickersham, and Michael Weatherly.
The Talk on CBS. Freeze.
Oh, come on, here he comes. Who's the upset? Are you kidding me?
Here we go.
The madness is coming.
When we place our loved ones in a nursing home, we expect them to receive the best care. We meet with families who learn that their mothers and fathers, grandmothers and grandfathers have been terribly abused in a nursing home. Bed sores, malnutrition, broken bones, dehydration, and yes, even death. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you believe that a loved one has been abused or neglected while living in a nursing home, call us. The consultation is free. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Well, I hope we have a buyer for the house.
Me too. What are the neighbors doing here?
Bill! Hey! Come in! I didn't know your home Wi-Fi could stream so many devices at the same time.
Dad, it's Time Warner Cable Internet. Crazy fast.
Dad, you can get Wi-Fi all over this place.
Cool.
Make your home as connected as possible. Get internet with unlimited data starting at $14.99 per month and ask about free installation. Call 1-855-1TWC.
Did your family set a goal to become healthier in the new year? One family did and lost 300 pounds at Ageless. Bruce lost 92 pounds, Adam lost 64 pounds, and Catherine lost 151 pounds. For a medically supervised, affordable weight loss solution, call Ageless today for a free consultation.
Hi, I need a safe car.
The Camry's really safe. 10 airbags, even has a backup camera.
Wow, that could come in handy.
Bye. Dad!
Gotta keep my little girl safe.
Don't worry, he'll only be like this for another 10 or 15 years.
At least.
It's Toyota's One for Everyone sales event with 0 for 60 financing plus $500 bonus cash on Camry, or $1,500 customer cash, or a $179 a month lease.
Here you go.
Toyota, let's go places.
Considering bankruptcy? Call Atkinson, Sims & Kermode. Start your bankruptcy for only $78 now. Dial 859. Call Ask for your free consultation.
Want to be part of the new Big Brother? Yeah! Go to WKYT.com and apply today. Stay connected to the news that matters to you, like WKYT on Facebook. Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
A lot of blue skies out there the rest of the afternoon, and we're going to hold on to that and throughout, once the sun sets, then you'll start to see those temperatures not really take a dive, but they'll still actually be pretty good. So if you're going out to dinner, early dinner, late dinner, remember the sun sets a little bit later than what it usually does. So if you're trying to head out to dinner, things are looking pretty good with temperatures there the rest of the afternoon and off into the evening, holding on to temperatures there in the 70s. Dinner time, sunset time, right around 7:45 instead of 6:45 like we had just before that time change. It's pretty good. I mean, we'll be 68, 69 degrees during that time. We actually finish off in the 70s, though. We're at 69 now in Monticello, and 74, just perfect weather later on this afternoon. It's already perfect. I mean, if the day ended now, we'd be fine. Going off into the evening, patio weather there in upper 60s, lower 70s. Walks around the neighborhood. You'll see a lot of people outside as you're coming home from work, and also the kids coming home. 70s the rest of the day with sunny skies. Rain, though, does move in. It's really midnight to about 7 a.m. So it really falls when a lot of us are asleep. It's not going to affect us a whole lot. Could you get a rumble of thunder? It's possible, but really these are just going to be showers. Tomorrow and off towards your Thursday, it's mainly dry. Not fully dry, but mainly dry. We can't rule out a couple of passing showers there on Thursday. That's your best bet. And also, temperatures are turning cooler every single day. They drop about 5 to 10 degrees every day now through the weekend. And by the weekend, we're in the 70s now, but cut that in half. I mean, you're talking about temperatures there in the 30s for highs there towards your weekend in some spots. It'll be in 30s and 40s, especially there on Sunday as we're looking at 38 degrees for a high. And not only that, possibility of a few flakes flying through the region. We were just talking about this during break. People are just starting to like me with all this weather. And here we go with some flakes. I even put that on my Facebook page, talking about some flakes, and I already had somebody, stop it, Micah, you're fired, get out of here, we don't want to hear it anymore. So yeah, we're trying to transition, but you got to remember, March is that transitioning period where you go from winter to spring, winter, spring, back and forth, back and forth. Well, that's the way it goes. But it's short-lived.
Yeah. Give them a week, they'll hire you back. Right?
Yeah, they'll bring me back. Yeah, we'll be good.
There's a new study out that looks at the best way to quit smoking.
And researchers investigate the genetic link to high cholesterol. Brooke Silva Braga has details in this Better Living report.
Genetically inherited high cholesterol is twice as common as previously thought. That's according to a study from the American Heart Association. 1 in every 250 Americans is now believed to suffer from the condition, but the numbers are much higher for older and heavier Americans. Researchers may have found a new treatment against the viruses that cause mono, herpes, and shingles. Scientists at the University of Utah made the unexpected discovery that a medicine used for heart failure might also work to block these infections. Until now, there's only been one class of medicine against herpes viruses and no backup in case patients are resistant. The best way for most people to quit smoking is cold turkey. A study in the Annals of Internal Medicine found even smokers who preferred quitting gradually were 25% more likely to keep their pledge if they gave up smoking all at once. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Brooke Silva Braga for CBS News, New York.
All right, coming up next, sprucing up your home for spring. It's an exciting thing to do.
Yes, it is, and we have some quick and easy tips for you next on WKYT.
With a variety of fresh-made seafood meals starting at just $4.99, no one does seafood like D's. Try our new home-style flounder meal, or double dozen shrimp, or our grilled menu featuring new Tuscan tilapia, each with 2 sides and hush puppies. For full meals starting at $4.99, it's gotta be D's.
We're walking the streets delivering a simple message. Where there's smoke, there could be fire.
This is the start of a 5-year program with our partner, Kentucky Power, to install smoke detectors in local neighborhoods.
The smoke alarms are free. The only thing we ask is they let us show them how to use them.
Doesn't matter how cold it is outside, how early they got up that morning, or how far they've walked, they know that they've possibly saved a life.
We may be a power company, but the true power in our communities comes from our people.
Grab a pencil. Audubon Hearing Center is seeking 35 people with hearing problems to take part in a 10-day challenge, evaluating a new high-tech hearing device the size of a pencil eraser. Call the number below. Invisibel is the world's first 100% custom invisible digital hearing aid. Hearing consultations will be performed at no charge on all qualified callers. Call the number below and take the 10-day challenge.
We're all for traditions, but sometimes you gotta throw something new in the smoker. Slow smoked chicken wings at Sonny's Barbecue. Get them as an appetizer or in a combo starting at $10.99. Sonny's Barbecue, local pit masters since '68.
Hi, I'm Brian and I buy houses in the Lexington area. No more stress. I can buy your house as is and we'll close professionally with a Lexington attorney. You can get all cash, immediate debt relief, and peace of mind. Call me at 859-278-HELP or go to 278help.com.
Were you or a family member in an accident that resulted in severe injuries or even death? Was your case questionable as to who was at fault or maybe partially at fault? Did you know that the laws of Kentucky afford you and your family compensation against that person or business that is partially at fault? At Spencer Law Group, we strive to go the extra mile in researching and preparing your case for settlement or trial for cases such as yours. We will fight for the compensation that you and your family deserve.
Hi! You need a better car!
It's my credit.
Don't worry, because when you need to make a move, Drive Time approves!
Were you guys always this cool?
Hey. Oh, hi. Yeah, totally.
Save yourself. Get approved at Drive Time first. Call, click, or visit.
With a variety of fresh-made seafood meals starting at just $4.99, no one does seafood like D's. Try our new home-style flounder meal, or double dozen shrimp, or our grilled menu featuring new Tuscan tilapia, each with 2 sides and hush puppies. For full meals starting at $4.99, it's gotta be D's.
Welcome back in. Great to have you along with us. Spring is near, and that has many people ready for a change, a little spruce up. And when it comes to making some changes around your home, some simple updates can make a big difference.
Liz Toombs, the owner of Polka Dots and Rosebuds Interiors, is here with some tips on welcoming spring into your home. That sounds so wonderful.
It does, right? And then we're going to have to go back and welcome winter according to the forecast.
Well, just for a few days.
Let's focus on spring instead.
So what can you do to freshen things up for spring?
Well, let's talk about just 5 really simple things that you could knock out all at once, or you could choose to just kind of tackle them one by one. The first being rearrange your accessories. Go into a room, take everything off the shelves, everything off the tabletop, set them aside, and then go back and rearrange and put them back new. Don't put them back exactly where they were before, and you'll find that you'll give the room a brand new look, and you'll feel like it's been refreshed.
Easy enough.
It is.
And a good way to clean everything as well, too.
Absolutely, yes. That's a very good way to come in and to dust. The second thing you can do is bring in bold, oversized graphic patterns and prints in your fabrics. You know, that's why I dressed this way today, to bring in spring,
And
just kind of liven it up. Thank you. Along those same lines, look at your throw pillows and blankets. See if they need refreshing. If you had them out all winter, you're probably tired of them. They're a little boring. Consider bringing in a bright pop of color just to make it feel revived and fresh.
That's really good.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, and it's really good and budget friendly to do something like that.
Looking at some good examples there. What about paint?
Paint is one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to paint your walls a spring color, but just giving a fresh coat of paint because it's the change of the season is nice. Maybe you've had the same color up for a few years. Open up your windows, get out your paint, put that on. I will say, if you're interested in doing colors, aquas, greens, and corals are really popular right now for spring.
Oh, I love
So you could
that.
do a muted version of any of those on your walls.
Okay, we've been talking about what you do inside. What about outside?
Well, you need to liven up your curb appeal. It doesn't have to just be your landscaping, but paint your front door. Everyone can be a little afraid to use the color on your door, but you can do something bright. It's easy, it's just paint. You can always change it later. Throw out a spring wreath or change your decor and your furniture on your porch, and you'll find that your front porch will have a really nice curb appeal.
Do you think people really get in a mood to do something a little bit different in the spring? I mean, there is that, push, I think, from the sunshine, right?
Yes, I agree. They go out to the stores, the decor is changing, they just come in, they kind of catch a bug that they want to change everything up. So it's a good time to do it.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
You've
good.
inspired me. That's a great
Good.
thing. Thank you very much for coming
Thank you.
in.
Yeah, and we have your
And happy
website
spring.
up there as
Yes,
well.
me
We
too.
appreciate you being here.
Great, thanks.
All right, who is your pick to win the NCAA championship?
We're talking bracketology with Dave Baker next on WKYT.
Hello everyone, Amber Kanoy here from momseveryday.com. Jen Jordan, a top leader with Young Living Essential Oils, is with us today, and we're talking about an oil of the month for March. So let's hear it.
In March, I tend to notice people, starting to get outside. The snow is melting, it's warming up, and the sun is coming out, and a lot of your runners are starting to get outside and start exercising for the spring. So my favorite oil to use after exercise is a blend called Deep Relief. It's got peppermint, wintergreen, copaiba, a lot of great oils mixed together to make a really nice post-exercise oil. It does have a roll-on lid, and so you can just apply that right on your legs or your knees, whatever are sore after you go for your run. Another product that I really like to use this time of the year is Cool Azul Sports Gel. This is just a really cool, tingly gel, great also to apply after exercise.
All right, for more information, go online to momseveryday.com.
The treasure folks are loving is the ocean's greatest haul. McDonald's Filet-O-Fish, the most golden of them all.
Right now, get 2 flaky Filet-O-Fish sandwiches for just $5.
Sleep Outfitters is proud to premiere the coolest bed in America, the new Tempur-Breeze, and you can try it here first. The redesigned Tempur-Breeze combines 3 innovative cooling technologies to help you get to sleep faster and sleep better and cooler all night long. And with 0% APR financing for 6 years, the new Tempur-Breeze is cool and affordable. The new Tempur-Breeze, it's the next generation cool, and you can try it first at Sleep Outfitters.
After you're injured at work, a lot of times the insurance company will attempt to call you, take statements. Don't speak to them until you speak with an experienced workers' compensation attorney.
The insurance company will attempt to settle your case for pennies on the dollar. Before you talk to the insurance company, call us first.
Our job is to make sure you get all the money you deserve.
Call Morgan, Collins, and Yeast. 1-800-55-WILDCAT.
What's the affordable difference? It's their very affordable fees.
They care about me.
Dentures in just one day.
Their experienced denture team.
Call 1-800-DENTURE or go to affordabledentures.com for valuable coupons. Same-day dentures, extractions, and implants. Affordable fees, compassionate care, and satisfied patients.
What's the affordable difference? A great smile.
Wake up with a hot McCafe coffee starting at only $1.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on News Radio 630 WLAP.
Welcome back. Great to have you here on WKYT. And here we are, March Madness. Have you filled your basketball brackets out?
Our Dave Baker has, and he's here with some insight. So glad to have you in here.
Great.
You're going to help us out.
Great to be here, and all those people that want to try to beat us on the bracket challenge.
Yeah, bring it.
Come on.
Okay, all right.
Well, first off, what do you think? I mean, a lot's been made about Kentucky's draw. What are your thoughts?
I think there's some validity to it. I think the big discussion that will take place over the next several years is whether or not the SEC tournament is moved from Sunday to Saturday. Originally, they had it played on a Sunday to try to get more national TV exposure, but John Calipari's point was perfect, not to take anything away from Texas A&M, but if that game's played on Saturday, they probably get a 3 seed, maybe in Louisville. Still, you got to beat people, but he's got a battle.
In other words, it was too late to be factored in, sort of.
I don't understand that in terms of this computer age. I mean, you hit a button out there with the selection committee, but I don't understand that. But.
Well, it makes as much sense as anything.
Right, correct.
What about the regions you think are the hardest ones, the strongest?
I think they're all hardest because this year, I was looking this stat up the other day, the top 5 teams in the country have been beaten 37 times this year. 21 times they've been beaten by unranked teams. That's just, this is the first time in the history of the tournament that everybody in the field has got at least 4 losses. So, I think it's a really balanced year. I think there are a lot of names out there that people think are going to make a bracket tougher or not, but I just don't know that it's all.
What would be some teams that could pull off an upset or some Cinderella team out there?
I don't know about Cinderella teams, but out of the Midwest, I've got Purdue coming out of the Midwest. I think they're a team that's been undervalued this year. They've got 2 7-footers that play a lot. They've got 3 7-footers on the roster. I think they've done a really nice job. A lot of people like Michigan State down in that part of the bracket. They like Virginia. I think Purdue's going to come out of there, so that would be like my upset.
Okay, I have seen the ads talking about people taking you on with hoops hysteria. What's it all about?
It's a contest, WKYT.com. We have it each and every year. We have it for all the different brackets and everything. You got a chance to win a great prize. I think it's like a, what the heck is it? It's like a 50 or 60-inch TV or something like that.
Big one.
Other great prizes, and so you can play along. We've also got a VIP bracket where a lot of folks from around town are giving their picks, and they've got a challenge as well, and the winner's got money that they can give to charity. So folks can sign up at WKYT.com. Thanks to our folks at Bluegrass Home Entertainment for helping us out there. Paul Miller's one of our sponsors. JP's making his picks as well, and so it's a great opportunity for people to get in on the fun.
It is fun when you can say, "Oh, look how well I did."
You didn't put me on the spot. I like that.
Okay, no. So what?
I think Kentucky's going to be in the Final Four. But as far as the Cats go, I think there are 2 things. There are 2 games that scare the daylights out of me. If they were to play Oklahoma, or if they were to play Xavier. And they would have to play Xavier in their half of the bracket. I think Chris Mack has done an incredible job. So I think it's going to be Kentucky and Purdue on one side. I think it's going to be Kansas and Oklahoma on the other side. And that game's a complete coin flip. And I think Oklahoma is one of those games. Kentucky can beat Kansas. They can beat North Carolina. Oklahoma and Xavier scare me. That's not to say it can't be done.
All right.
UK all the way. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Interesting take. All right. Let's check in with Micah before we go. Some sunshine right now.
Yeah, we're going to have that the rest of the afternoon. 70s is going to be the 5th day in the past 15 days we've been in 70s for March. It's been nice. Patio weather later on this evening, guys.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for being with us for WKYT News at noon. Our next newscast is coming up at 4.
Make it a great day, everybody.